Hey YouTube, how's it going? We're back. Oshinoko now. I didn't realize that the show was coming back on until today. So when you see this uploaded, I didn't realize until maybe an hour before this was uploaded. So I'm trying to see if I could pull this off the top of my memory. If I'm not mistaken, we ended the season. Well, Aqua, as we know, is on like a one-man brigade to find the individual that ended up killing Ai, right? The person that she was dealing with, her relationship that drug her through all of this, that ended up killing her. We know that he's doing that, and he's working with the dude with like his hair starting to go gray a little bit. And he's the one that's lining up jobs, and he's supposed to be doing some play. And I know Akane, who I think low-key was my favorite character by the end of the season, just because of everything she went through, the ups and downs and the lows and the highs that we got to see her go through. Akane is supposed to be joining this play, and I think Kana's supposed to be in the play too. But then you also have Kana, Ruby, and Memcho reforming Bikomachi, and they performed, and then they won people over. So you had that. And then they're also in school too. They're in like that special school as well, where it's like all the different like television stars, and we had the whole reality TV show, the dating thing, and Aqua and Akane keeping up like their relationship, but then Aqua being like he could use Akane because of her like deductive skills. She's able to like get into Ai's head by like method act. This first season was crazy, so I'm glad to be back with the second season. I have no idea where we're going with the second season. No clue. All I know is we're supposed to be doing some play. That's it. The play is an adaptation of something. I can't remember. When we hop in, hopefully it'll remind me. But I'm locked in. I'm ready. Season 2, episode 1. Let's go. Now, what I hope, sitting here, I remember High Dive had issues before with its subtitles not being caught up to what was happening. So I hope that's not a big deal. This must be their play. I don't remember if Aqua was supposed to be the main guy in this play. I don't remember if that was the case. Okay. Shuffle over some more. I don't think he was. I love the music. Surugi. Okay. Monme. Okay. They're really making sure that we're immersed in this. I think that's who Akane is, right? I think that's who Akane is. I'm trying to remember like what happened, because I remember there was a conversation like Tokyo Blade. Tokyo Blade's the name of it. There was a conversation, if I'm not mistaken, when Akane brought it to Aqua, and then Kana showed up because they posted on social media, but they didn't leave where they were. The art. The art. Jesus. Okay. Okay. So Akane is Tokyo Blade auditions. I figured that he would have been Toki just because of the blue eyes. That's what I thought. Tsurugi. Okay. I know that Kana and Akane are feuding because of Aqua. And plus, they're both the same age, and they've been fighting over like roles and stuff, and Kana's early success. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's right. Paimon put him on the map. Or with their online career, I should say. Mm-hmm. She said 4 months, right? Dude, the art of this show is insane. Insane. It's insane. Some of the best right now. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna shut up about the art and animation. It's a means to an end, and we all know what he wants that end to be. Yep. La la la. Dude, she's too good at what she does. Too good. It's like she transforms. We've seen him before. I recognize his hair. I'm choosing to pay attention to what they're saying and not the dialogue of the play. Mm. I feel like she's gonna hold her own. We built our confidence up after what's his face. Whoa. Oh, that was cool. That was really cool. I love the pain effect and it being them like half and half whenever they first showed her. Half in character, half not. Wow. And a stupid grin on my face. That was so cool. Oh, that was really cool. You are. You are. Let's go. As I'm saying, her confidence got built. She got built up, baby. Yes. Okay. He is not thinking about the play. Everyone in the room is so intent on the play. And this guy's just on what to do about I and how can you get closer. I do want to go back when we get to the end of the episode to double check if Ruby said 4 months because I know Akane's hair grew, but I just want to be sure. He's wearing glasses. He might got bad eyes. And then Aqua. His, I do wonder how the relationship is going. Okay. It's like bringing out the best of her. Oh gosh. He's maintained this. Yeah. I don't want to say she's not struggling, but it feels like I don't know. It feels like whenever she like got into the character got into like the mind of I, it felt different than what we're seeing right now. I don't have the knowledge or vernacular to be able to spit it out, but something's off. All right, tell me. Okay. All right. Yeah. I feel like the only thing thank you. Mhm. Okay. That would be frustrating. I wish more people understood that. Listen to her again, please. I I say inject some of yourself into this character. See if you can't get it to be a little different maybe. I don't know. But what I was going to say is the only I'm pretty sure there's examples of it, but the one that comes to my mind is Urase Yatsura, and you have I can't even remember her name. The main girl, the alien girl, like she wasn't supposed to be a main part of the series, but fans really loved her, so she got wrote in to be the main love interest. So it's similar to this in a way, where it's like fan feedback. Yeah, I don't know how it is in Japan, but I do know that actors on sets, they definitely, if they connect with the character, can go to the director or go to the writer and be like, "Hey, I'm not vibing with this. This is how this character should act," and they'll change it. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. I wonder how this is gonna go. Let me shut up. I've been babbling. Hmm. There has to be a middle ground. I get it. Right. Kind of found himself in a corner. This is why you need a writer's room. Gosh, this series has been like so great for the people that watch it to be able to understand what goes into adaptations and why people just freak out whenever something isn't the way it was in the source material. It's like these are both valid. It's why you have a writing room, a writer's room, because everyone has a different point of view. So it's like you have the source material, you have how she feels about it, and you have how both the director and the writer how they feel about it, and it's so different. And they both have valid points. You have to find some sort of middle ground. Ah, it's cool. It's so good to like get these perspectives. Oh man. Oh goodness. Getting to see her work come to life. What? Say it. Ooh-wee. All of it. Say it. All of it. There we go. Yes, sir. Oh my goodness gracious. It's so good to be back with this show, man. It's so good to be back with this show. This is a good first episode. I feel like I was a little chatty Cathy. Oh, really quick. What I wanted to do is whenever Ruby was at I's grave, I want to. Did I pass it? Yes, I did pass it. I don't know. Oh, there. I just wanted to see what she said. I want to see, like, be sure it said 4 months. Since the new Bikomachi's first live show, which was the last episode of this season of season one, seasons changed. 4 months have passed. Okay, so that makes sense why Akane's hair is long, and I know. I want to say that they said the Tokyo Blade thing wasn't going to be instant from last season. So okay, 4 months have passed. I just wanted to double check that. I wanted to be sure. It's so good to be back with this show. I had touched on it a little bit, but this show, on top of like the really good characters that we get, right? I feel like the good story that has been laid, right? The backstory with Aqua trying to find out who killed his mom. Like that's the main story, but it's like the B plot following around either Ruby or Kana. Like that B plot is also really good, and I think we might get more of it this season because we didn't get much of it last season. They kind of started to touch on Ruby a little more towards the end, so I feel like we might touch a little bit more on Bikomachi and stuff that she's going through. But the main thing that I really, 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 really appreciate the series for is it's the commentary that it gives on the industry, on the entertainment industry. And just from conversations that I've had with people, from the little bit of industry experience that I have, the tiny bits, not that much, but I know enough. I know a little bit more than the common person. Just the conversations I have with people, they're just unaware, or they just think everything should be one-to-one. And I'm glad that they brought it up this episode, talking about adaptations. When people complain about like a manga's adaptation into an anime or a movie or something like that, and we all stand in unison whenever something is egregious or absolutely against and goes left from what the source material was. But there's certain things that just don't translate from page to animation. There's certain things or from a light novel to a manga. It just doesn't translate. There's things that you can do in print that you can't do in a manga, and there's things that you can do in a manga that you can't do in print and you can't do in animation. That's why it's called an adaptation. You have to have like this writer's room. You have to have these group of people to come together to create an adaptation that reflects accurately what the source material is. So when you have Akane complaining about, man, I love the visual that they gave of I that we got to see, and she became I, and she became I to the point where Aqua was like Jesus, like it made him like think that it was her. And then you get to see Princess Saya, and it's so incomplete because she's been stripped of the character. And it's the character that was originally there, then how the fans responded to the character, and then the mangaka writing away from the character, and then that whole experience which stripped the character already, moving into this play, and then Princess Aya being the one character they felt like they could sacrifice, and then stripping her more. So she's so removed. What Akane has now is such a shell of what she originally was supposed to be that she can't like give forth this performance that is supposed to be good, that we know that she's able to produce like these great performances. And the fact that she can't is showing what it is. And I'm glad you got to see the back and forth of I want to say it was the director and the writer talking about both, and they both had completely different perspectives, where he's just like, I didn't want to be the bad guy, but I kind of had to be the bad guy and strip her of her character so that we can make this work, because there's already so many characters. And if I give Princess Aya all this room to fully flesh her out, the play gets too long, we lose everything, everything becomes disjointed, we got to cut, and it feels like the one thing that we can sack off and for the sake of everyone else a part of the project would be to reduce her. And then you have the other guy where it's just like, man, Princess Aya, blah, 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 blah. I read the first couple volumes. That character already was just dribbling on with nonsense, so we don't need none of that nonsense in there. So that's like the conversations that we have back and forth on the internet. Well, you'll have like the source material, you'll have everyone's different points of views, and some people might love a character, some people might hate a character. So, and if you had these people in charge of an adaptation, if you already have a negative reaction to a character, it wouldn't bother you to trim this character so that you can make something work, because you're just like, man, whatever that character was talking about was nonsense anyways. We don't need this. That's why you need a second set of eyes, or a third set, or a fourth set to be like, Heyo, you can't do that because you'll lose this, and this. So I'm glad. That's the reason why I love this show. That reason alone, this show thrives because of that for me, because it's all of these clear like explanations of this is what the entertainment industry is like, and people just don't know it. Just like how to this day we still have individuals who will attack an actor or an actress for their performance because you watching their performance, you got so in too deep that you can't separate the actor from the character. So there's still people that get death threats because they played a bad person in a movie, and they send the actor death threats, and it's just like, excuse me, I'm not this character that I played. I'm a normal person, but I'm glad that you enjoyed my performance, I guess. There's people that are like that. They can't separate. Like, it's, what's the term? Oh my goodness. I can't remember. The term is parasocial. People become parasocial, and they're not able to separate like reality from fiction. And those people are out there, and there are people on the internet that you'll talk to, and they think that way. They think that way, and it's off-putting. And they touched on that last season, and all the parasocial and all the people that pile on, and they don't think about the well-being of someone when they just say a ton of things with the whole economy. So there's just, this series just touches on so many things about the entertainment industry that people just overlook. And I'm glad that this series was popular enough, gained a lot of steam, that people are watching this and hearing these things. I hope that they digest it. I hope they just don't glaze over it waiting for the next dramatic thing to happen. So that's all I got. This episode's great. We are 5 days into the Tokyo Blade production, and the mangaka of the series is like, yo, can we rewrite it? Because I'm not vibing it. We got all these great actors, and y'all did a shitty job with my series. So let me come in here, and we're going to rewrite this, and we're going to make it work. So I'm excited to see where this goes and how the production reacts to this. I think the actors will be happy. But I wonder how the production, the writer, the director, the producers, I wonder how they're going to react. And I wonder what the timeline is. I feel like I wasn't paying attention too much. But I wonder what the timeline is for when this is supposed to be heading to stage. So let's see. I'm excited. We'll be back here for episode 2 next week. If I remember, because I didn't realize the episode came out today. So have a good one. I appreciate you guys. And until next time, peace out.